Unmistakable sound of Prody. Want to welcome you, Prody, to Heart, Mind, and Soul to Soul.
Respect, mama.
You start already. All right, welcome. All right. Like most of us, you see, I first really got to know you when you became a top gospel artist.
Yeah.
And I've listened to you and enjoyed many of your gospel songs. And I've enjoyed them particularly because of your radical approach, which I've always thought was a welcome change.
Yeah.
That's that, right? We all have a story. We all have a story.
Don't it?
And may I tell you, you're one hot. So we're going to begin your story in the small rural community of Jericho, St. Catherine. Take us back to your childhood, and do you have any memories at all of Jericho?
Jericho, I remember Jericho just going back there as a bigger child, because I was born in St. Catherine. My mother, sad to say, she's passed away now. My mother gave me away, well, literally put me out on the street when I was 3 months old. So I never grew up with her at all. My grandmother never have a driver's license at the time, I was told. And she drove her Oxford Morrison from St. Thomas to St. Catherine to Jericho. And she got me.
So how she knew that she put you on?
Somebody told her, because my father, I think my father and my mother had some problem or whatever the situation was. But news got to her and she found her way to St. Catherine.
Without a driver's license?
Yeah, I don't know when she get me and she brought me to St. Thomas. So that's where I knew everything about being a child.
What a blessed woman.
Yeah, man. Yeah, boy, every day I'm sorry grandma gone.
What a blessed woman.
Fair room would be going to my house for me.
So she never burned, but she come for you?
Yeah, man. My grandmother and my mother. She had me everything.
Straight up.
My grandmother are the woman who, boy, every night me used to just get Alex before I go to bed and
we're so rich. You see you? Me know it's a lady them know for time, time with Alex. Time with Alex. We're so rich the Alex.
Yeah,
all right, so that's grandma, right? Yeah, all right, so you went to St. Thomas now. So grandma came for you and she took you to St. Thomas.
Definitely, yeah.
And that was your paternal grandparents.
Yes.
All right. So tell us now about, first of all, I know so you well want to tell me about Miss Alicia, you know. but tell me first about Mas Hezekiah now, your grandfather.
My grandfather was a brother where he was a butcher. And him used to be a man who cut down tree and make like what them call him, lumberjack.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So my grandfather was one of them brother who was well respected in a community called York in St. Thomas. And the man there, him just take care of him family. You know, I've never seen my grandmother and my grandfather in our conversation. It sound like it wrong. Mm-hmm. You know, they would have their argument, but we have never seen it. Mm-hmm. And him just take care of him have him farm, and why? I don't know. I don't know nothing bad about my grandparents. My grandmother never beat me, and my grandfather never beat me.
You serious, buddy?
Serious, I've never had beaten. One day, I always get Tika boy. That's it. Nothing.
What? Tika boy?
Tika no boy. But me never get beaten from my grandparents, them coming up.
That's very African, you know. Well, you just say, well, I'm going to take your boy.
Yeah, man, take your boy. And she always tell me, I go jackass for like cane church, got pound and there's something there. So it's like, she was a Christian woman.
Yes.
So me is a brother where I forgot church every day of the week.
Right. And Hezekiah, Thomas Hezekiah was Christian?
Well, he wasn't a Christian man, but, you know, you something with my grandfather. It's a brother where just, them don't want him smoke. So him hide the cigarette in my So them used to say me I'm eyeball. So me a brother where when everybody gone, I say, Grandpa, I have a cigarette. So I say, and give me liquor flask or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So me and my grandfather, we close, very close. Yeah.
That sounds beautiful. All right. So, me know say you can't wait for telling me about your grandma Elise.
No, my grandmother, as I said earlier, I'm everything. My grandmother, remember memories when my grandmother used to walk with them time them have beer box. They create a boat. It was cardboard at the time. She used to go get Julie mango and them thing there and go at the market go sell it and make sure say we eat, you know. She just take care of it.
Yeah.
My grandmother may come in and she always tell me, yo, you have to get certain type of part of the food because you are gonna become a man and this type this so you're supposed to be treated and you know, remember them thing there. Up until this day I don't eat chicken leg because I always get chicken breast growing up.
So what Ezekiah get?
My grandfather, him get him part away, him forget, but she take care of me. You know me I say?
Let me ask you this though. You said at first you said take care of we. We who?
All right. I grew up with 2 other cousins, right? And my smaller sister in St. Thomas. So
Smaller sister on whose side?
on my father's side also.
Okay.
My cousin was the eldest. Her name is Annette. So up until this day I call her Auntie Annette because she was older than I am. So I look up to her like an auntie rather than a cousin.
Right.
So Annette, big up yourself,
Nice.
Auntie Annette.
Nice. And your baby sister, what's her name?
Simone.
Okay.
Yeah, man, big up Simone. So that was it. And I have some cousins around that we grew up with. And my grandmother, why? I don't know. Elise, I could even go to the gate without ask my grandmother, you know.
Good.
Strict. I grew up strict. I have to make sure say everything in line and Miss Youth have to wash up plate too. And she show me, put my little underclothes them in a little pan and say wash them because me don't want when you grow up no woman
Liberty.
Yeah, and I beat them thing there. The moral values were instilled in me from a child growing
Beautiful.
up.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, we have to stop a little and just say enough respect to the grandparents of this world.
Me fi tell you.
Them saved the day.
Me tell everybody this. My kids know, everybody know. If my grandmother was alive today, my bedroom would have been minuscule in comparison to fair.
Yeah, man.
Should have been my date on the red carpets. Then we
man.
walk. A real talk.
Are you a girl?
Me love my grandmother, man.
Nice.
My grandmother, my world. I swear.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Grandma, bless up yourself. Because she there listening.
Yeah.
Big me up, pillar. Oh.
I mean, granny. Big up.
All right.
Nana.
What you call her, Nana?
Nana.
Beautiful. All right. Nana made sure that your education was priority.
Yeah.
Past student of Morant Bay High School. Let's talk about school.
Well, I was a straight A student. Yeah. Yeah. That's the next thing with my grandmother. She not play with the book, you know. And she never had it. But me live like me have everything. Because when I come in from school, she used to tell me, you can't make dog ears up on your book. My grandmother used to wrap my book them for me. And I have to do my homework. My order of the day was, I come in, go to the bathroom, get your shower, you have your dinner, homework.
Wow.
And after homework, we might get a little time for what? You know, say, Bible and thing and bedtime come around, Alex ready.
You say you that must bring in back the Alex, see? So the Alex ready for bedtime.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Still until me a big boy, man. My grandmother, me lay down in my grandmother room and put my head on her chest and sometimes I don't even know.
Oh my God.
Gone home, sleep.
Hey, let me tell you something. You see man like you know, we grow with her like our nana no. All we do not fat when we want to the Milo before we go on the bed, you know. Me tell you something, man. So I saw it go when you grow good, you know.
Yeah, man.
Because you see, when the man them have a loving mother or a loving grandmother, them wife of him loving to you because them know about that take care of me something there, you know.
Yes, sir.
What you mean? You mean out of the Alex there? Daddy come in. All right, that sounds beautiful. All right, so at 13, we're talking about this and we're talking about family life.
Yeah.
We're talking about as much as your mother did what she did, it didn't affect you.
Because I never miss, honestly, I never miss my mother growing up. Because I think my grandmother, she just showed out that love on me. She was so passionate about growing me and giving me godly values and giving me those values in general that I never really missed my mother. It was when I actually, after the passing of my grandmother, then I realized that, whoa, there's a void.
Yeah. I'm here looking at you and I'm just picturing Nana. Oh, yes, a Hillman Hunter she driving,
Oxford Morris.
Oxford Morris. Me know them like all car there.
Yeah, man, like a boon.
And she come for your grand picnic.
Yeah, man.
And raise him and do the best she could have done.
Yeah, man.
At 13 years of age, your life would change forever. Your life journey took a different corner. Let's talk about that.
At 13, I remember one day I was coming from school and when I reach at the gate, I see a white van and a whole heap of people in my yard. My yard, I know one place where a bag of people come. Them just like my grandmother and my grandfather. So tell him my grandfather is a butcher. So like him always have a bunch of brown paper wrap up meat. And me just see people that come pick up meat and leave. Pick up him give everybody in the community food. My grandmother, she raised the community. You just the people come drop off a plate and them get them food and them gone. But them never gather, congregate. When I reach in, I hear somebody say, you can't tell him. And I walk past, I go on my veranda, and I went inside. Customary for me is to go in and first person me go to a nana. And me not smell no food. Me not sit down. So I ask, I say, where Nana? And them say, they'll soon talk to me or something to that. But the van drive away. I'ma come out and I ask again, where Nana? I'ma just feel different. Something not feel right. When I go around her room now, I see the mattress lean up on the bed rather than it's on the bed. So I know when Nana they know. And then my auntie took me and she say, Grandma died.
Was Grandma sick?
Grandma had high blood pressure, but that was it. I don't know of her any other ailment or anything. And
so the pressure took her out? It was the pressure that took her out?
I think so. They say it went 200 over something or whatever, and it just did that. And I feel at the time, I believe my world just end. Today I talk about it and it feel like it's just yesterday,
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't even like talk about losing my grandmother.
All right, I see it by you, right? All right. So that's why your life took a turn. So what happened after that?
After that, they sent me to Kingston to stay with my auntie, Princess Street.
Whose sister?
My mother's sister. And when I went there, I was there for maybe about 2 weeks. And her husband, them just constantly argue. And her husband just come out one day and say, him can't stay here. Me no want nobody else in our we can't have. And it was just a big thing. And she said, well, you can't stay here.
At 13?
At 13. I just take my liquor bag and I just walk out of the yard, turn right, and I end up in the market. And that was where I was living for a few years.
You serious?
Yeah, man, in a Princess Street market.
At 13?
Yeah.
And nobody asked how you were?
Why?
Not even your aunt?
I don't know what happened, I remember my auntie come look for me maybe about 2 times. And that was it. I was just a street boy.
that is what I want to talk about now. Because we see a lot of kids on the street, some of the most beautiful children, and they live on the street. And you're thinking to yourself, my goodness me, who could have a picnic so sweet and left them? But tell us about street life. What was that like?
Street life, bittersweet. Growing up on the street, I wanted education so bad. So Mr. Brother used to read every newspaper, break up every word in a syllables, and just try to do everything that there is possible. And I used to just try listen to radio, just try learn new words, try do everything. And I grew up, me and the youth them on the street. I have 2 white t-shirts, 1 shorts. When I time me have a slippers and so till me not have none again. So you know, say I just barefoot, you have to go and beat that. Wash your shirt at night time, keep on one, and hopefully you see it a morning. You have to run for as the market truck them come. As a youth, you go with the market truck there and you try get some banana or some orange or something in a daytime. You will help a man where you push him cart, and they might give you a little change, and that keep you. And so till me start go car glass, wipe car glass with youth them and thing, and you have to just fight. You have to just fight your way through, because really nobody now look out for you.
So what was going through your mind at this time? At 13, 14, there, that age group, you had love, you know love. And from that now to living on the street, what goes through your mind?
You know, say, at one point, it gets so bad that me say, you know, say me I got to kill myself.
I'm sure that has happened.
And I remember maybe about age 14 and a half. No, about 15 and a half. I meet a lady and she take me to Portland. And I was in Orange Bay. She passed away now too. And I was there, and she's a market lady, so that's how I meet her. Mm-hmm. And them have this farm. She have to pass through a place to go to the farm. And she send me go pick melon. I'm a pick a pumpkin. Cause
you don't know about them something.
I don't know the difference
and them
between
look same
pumpkin
way.
and melon.
Yeah, man.
And she start me be nice, and I say she go beat me and bag of thing. Me no know nothing about nobody. You know. Go back again, cause me think a fear place. And them have ranger. So this man, the security, stick me up with a gun. Me know say you not come from here. And me tell him, and him say, wherever you come from, go back there. And cause essentially I send me go thief people things. You know. And the next lady now from the community in Orange Bay, name is Pearly. She just stepped me in, and that's where I was for a while. Mm-hmm. And great love them show me. Mm-hmm. Until
school? Went to school?
Right, yeah, I would. All right, at that point now, I start going Teachfield. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, things good for a while. And then I left from Portland, because again, her husband was kinda, he wasn't the receptive one of me. Mm-hmm. And I came back to Kingston, and everything just went down.
You mentioned that you were very good at school.
Yeah.
What did you love to do at school?
I was 100. I used to do 100 meters. You're talking about subjects?
Anything.
Okay. Sports, street sports, track and field, football, my thing.
You look like a baller.
I play some football.
You squat like, you know, the Maradona look there. Yes, go on there.
Love maths. I love history. Politics. Not anymore.
The nice again.
No. And law.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. And you know, that going keep coming up in your everyday life. I see that because you're always arguing with yourself, debating issues. You love to be part of the change and all of that. So that took you over after a while. I realized that. Yeah. All right. So through all of this journey, back and forth, were you interested in music at all?
As a youth, normally I'm not bench and something at school and whatever. When I was in Portland, we had a little crew called Zinkhouse crew. Me and my brethren named O'Neill and Ratty. We friend them and sound system used to play next door and thing. I try like a selecting something as a youth. You know, try put out some songs, try sing some songs, but it wasn't like, yeah, this is what I wanted to do. My thing was always I want to defend poor people. I always I say, yo, I want to be a lawyer where poor people when I have no money for us, when my sister stuff happen to them, I just take on the case there. I go just get rich and I can just defend them for free. That was my passion as a youth growing up.
Wow.
To be a defender of people who can't afford good law.
Wow.
So that was my intention, to make a law firm like that.
That's a beautiful wish. All right. So what kind of music though did you like when you did, when you were into the music as a kid?
All right. Garnet Silk was one of my favorite people. Bob Marley for sure. I listen to a whole heap of people, My uncle used to play a whole heap of music. I used to love Western, country and Western music, Marty Robin and Jim Reeves.
Some of the greatest writers, them still.
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of Pursley Sledge and them people growing up.
How did you get introduced to gospel? No, we don't reach there yet. Because you're still up on the street,
Yeah.
You're still up on the street.
Yeah.
And you're 16 now.
Yeah.
And next man same no want no man in their house.
Yeah.
Because I know there's something there the man them no too want. If there's a girl pick, they probably them with a more easy, I say, but for boy pick, we are ton man and have deep voice in a female house they know. Me know there's something they go,
Two man can't live here.
Me see what go on.
Yeah.
All right, so what happened after you left from her?
I left and I came back to Kingston and back on the street again. So me and a youth have a fight down at Princess Street. By this time, I moved from Princess Street Market, because me and a youth have a fight and I go over Coronation Market down at West. And we're there and one day a brethren come link me because them start farm up a gang against me. And a brethren...
From Princess Street?
Yeah. A brethren link me and say, here we go on. Say me I go father your youth because you're a good youth. And him just tell myself to follow him to Rima. And I ended up in Rima. And that's where I began. That's when I started living in Rima.
And that's where you went into the gang there?
Yeah, that's where I got involved.
And how involved were you and how did you get out?
Well, for me, like any other youth, say circumstances, because as I say, it's not like, boy, I grew up bad and I want to be bad or whatever. But when you're there in one place where a man has said to you, yo, you have to bleach tonight. You don't have a choice because a man just say, yo, you either going to bleach or we are going to beat you.
When you say bleach, you mean whole corner?
Yeah, you have to deal with it, you have to watch, you have to see what go on, you have to look, and we have to do it.
Because that's the life of the garrison.
That's what it is. You have to go up on the street and them send and say, yo, go link that person and make this up, man, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I just one of them thing there.
How old were you then?
At this time I was about 17 and a half going up. And I was there.
So
I was a part of the whole Rima gang, and I've seen it all. I see the whole of the fight and the war and the politics and everything. I see it all.
Yeah.
So I think that made me maybe a little bit more rounded because my touch, my feel, my see it.
Mm-hmm. You live it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get you loud and clear. We're going to take a break. Soon forward.
Boss of the people. Shy whoop, mom. Sure. Black suit, white tie, tears in the eye. Mama ball till a pressure sky high. Papa clutch from back on the arm. Cause him innocent big nigga. And too soon.
We have live inside of the studio Prody with a very interesting story. I mean, we're all on the edge of our seats because it's really so interesting. That song, by the way, that we came back with, Gone Too Soon, is a song that was written by Prody for his grandma that he speaks about so much. Were you involved in music when you got into gospel? How were you introduced to gospel music?
All right. I remember while I was living in Rima, they used to have some people from Church and Rock that come down there and them have this prayer meeting thing and whatever. And one night, I used to write a lot of songs. I just sit down and write songs. Not DJing anything or singing anything. I just do in my like a spare time. I use it for kill time and thing. And one of my sister, Alison Dexter, big up yourself. She came to my house one day and she come in my little room and she say, "What them here?" Them a talk to me about God and she say, I'm say, "Oh, I may write them thing there, you know." And she read it and she say, "Wow, this nice. It's a poem." And I say, "No, it's a song." And she say, "Sing it for me now." And I start DJ. And she say, "What?" And she say, "Okay, I know somebody are going to make a meet."
Oh my God.
And I say, "Okay, cool." And she met me meet Danny Brownie.
And the rest is history?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah, man. I met Danny Brownie. First time I saw Danny Brownie, him say, "Boy, I just start doing gospel, you know, and whatever." And him say, "Spit something for me." And I remember start spit us, "God is calling, and please not ignore him. No make nobody tell Christianity it boring, adore him." And him say,
"So you were that way inclined from before?"
Yeah, I've never been to any formal institution for training for anything. Me just naturally just do music. Mm-hmm. And him said to me, "All right, link me back." And maybe I see him about 6 months later. I never go back. and him call me and say, "Youth, you don't want your career?" And me I say, "Yeah, man, but right now me kind of just a focus on reading the Bible and get myself right. Because I don't want to come sing about nobody who I don't know about." Mm-hmm. You know, and I took the time. As a matter of fact, it took me about a year. Me and Danny Brownie, I hope him listen. Me and him just, I read the Bible. And because me is one of them youth that way, I don't want you just tell me something and me just grab onto it. I want to know.
So you were still living in Rima when this was happening?
Yeah.
So how did you balance that with Wagwan, the survival?
I left Rima like right as I start doing music, because I realized that the influence, I couldn't deal with it anymore, because me couldn't dead it and certain things are going on. And it just never balance out. Mm-hmm. And a brethren invite me to come stay in place, and that's it there. I start, him give me a room and I go uptown, and from there so I leave Rima. But I still visit.
Right. Yeah. We're going to take a break. Soon come again.
Not just a rose in my garden, you're the prettiest. Natural princess, the wittiest. One of a kind, unique and wise. You're an angel in disguise. Me love the way you're low-key yet you're upbeat. You're a lioness yet you have a shy street. Just stay at home type and you never roam street.
Easily one of my favorite Prodigal songs. Me tell you, say, which lady inspired this Junior? No, sir. Honest now. This lady is supposed to be an angel inspired this Junior.
Big up the special woman.
All right. Beautiful. But here what happened now? You see the ladies that listen to this song, them no business how you write it for, you know. Them just tell for themselves and them.
Yeah, but I mean, I wrote this song because I personally believe that every woman is a queen, and they should be treated as such. So if you listen to the words of the song, it's just the simple things, you know. Like, I think most of the time we've lost the value of opening the doors for the ladies, you know, and just, you know, get a chair, make sure she sit before you sit.
Clap
and
down yourself.
Yeah, you know what I say, like, you carry the bag, no boss.
Yeah, man.
Make your woman a strain and go down the road to the bag. Tell her you love her when you wake up, you know, when she not have no makeup, you know.
Just beautiful. The women just totally took it on for themselves.
So, ladies, it's your song.
Yes. All the ladies say, "My ladies, play my song for me now." Yeah, all right. Okay. So, after 10 years and about 10 albums, you posted a video on your Facebook page that said you are going to record more culture music. Of course, that created a stir as is to be expected.
Yeah.
What prompted you to decide on your rebranding?
All right. It is simple, straightforward. I've been doing music for, as you mentioned, but in my heart, I always hear, before I even got this up, me and enough of my gospel artists, brethren, them at the time, and even pastors, people in church, we sit down and we talk and we say, boy, too much slackness, too much this, too much that. We're not, the youths, them need something to hold on to. Hope, people need hope in our music. We want a solution. But then at the end of the day, our music, even though it's hope music, it's solution driven, sometimes it don't get that attention because, truth be told, some people is either stipulation say you can't play this or whatever it is. But deep in my heart, I know that social issues affect me. Whether you're Christian, Muslim, or Rastaman, you live on planet Earth.
Especially after your history and your journey.
Right. So I believe that I want to be, as I said earlier, I wanted to defend poor people from earlier. I want to be one of the voice. So I tried to say voice to the people and I decided I'm going to do social music. When them did I kill off the whole of a little bit, nobody now write nothing. I get up and I write the song, everybody head can't act so. So it's from them time they have been prompted to do this. So I just decide say, yo, me I go do more culture. I didn't say I'm not going to do any gospel. But as you know, people in general, they decipher or they get what they get from anything when they read it. And it was a big stir. Everybody, social media went crazy. Media in general, I get all the good and bad calls. But the truth is, I just believe that you can't get bad out of good. If you're doing good, you're just doing good.
And you know, say even out of evil come forth good.
Definitely.
So good is there waiting on all of us. Okay, so that's rebranding. When you say rebranding, though, you mention no labels.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It simply means I want to be the people's artist. I want to speak for the people. I'm the voice of the people. I'm of the people, for the people. I want to be one of them people who, if you invite me to your show, Elise, I'm supposed to come and can do your show without thinking about what people are going to say. My relationship with my creator is with me and my creator, because at the end of the day, whether you're going to your mosque, your church, your synagogue, wherever it is, a one person the praise and the worship go up to, and it's to the creator. So when time you sit, it no matter who congregate with you, it don't necessarily matter. The praises go to one person. If he's okay with you, you're good.
You're good.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
So I believe I need to represent the people. I want to be the youth here where my brethren them and the rest of youth them from in the ghetto we sit down on the walls of the ghetto and them talk and them have them issues, but it never get to the ears of King's House because they don't have that voice. I believe that has been bestowed upon me, and I want to use the rest of my life to be a conduit to carry that message to the ears of those who are, equipped to do something to affect change in a positive way for my people. So that is why I dub myself voice of the people. I want to do solution-driven music. I want to do love music, feel-good music, music where people stress out and hear it and them just want to have fun.
Okay, you're talking about the limitations that were put on you. And I understand, because let us say we're doing a show, and it's a show to celebrate Marcus Garvey. Chances are we're not going to reach for a gospel artist when the gospel artist might have so much inside of him to talk about Marcus Garvey. Explain to us the limitations that you experience.
All right.
As a gospel artist.
All right. Limitations like, and I know there are a lot of people sitting on waiting to email, to text, to criticize and bash, but I'm just being me.
Please do that.
Limitations like simple thing like Guinness Arthur Guinness celebration. I was called upon, but I can't do it because it's
secular.
Right. It is a sponsored event by one of the alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
In my estimation, and I do not speak as of or on behalf of the church or the Bible. No, I'm speaking from my experience and my personal point I'm coming from. I believe that as a person or a conduit of light. Your duty is to dispel darkness. So if you're constantly where light is, how does your light shine?
Yes.
I believe my duty is to sing at Sumfest, Sting, all the Arthur Guinness, everything that when I go to a show and 40,000 people there and a 40,000 Christian, yes, it is a good vibe, but it's better when I go to a show where me have 20,000 people where are not Christian and may I bring a message.
It's like you're preaching to the converted.
Right, it's like preaching to the choir.
Yes.
And I personally, I feel like there's more to my message than just that. So I want to be able to be a part where the Bible says iron sharpeneth iron, and I sing songs for the congregation and for my brethren, but also I want to sing music that will uplift and empower and save those who are not yet within the fold. So this is my decision.
Understood. But who are the they, though, that decide that you can't do that? You sure that they is not something in your mind?
No, you know. No, man, I don't hallucinate.
Your face, you know. No. So who are the they?
I'm not, trust me, I'm not in the early stage of Alzheimer's. Hear what I'm saying?
Who is the they?
They are the people who they think that I consider them, some of them, whenever you pray and the message don't reach Jesus fast, they are the ones who have it. They are Jesus' secretary. And I always say to people that Jesus don't have low self-esteem. So if you don't call him name in our song, him no vex.
Wow.
There are some people who, for instance, because my Facebook, one at a time, I see like 800 people on a chat list that's talking negative. And I pity them because I'm saying, if you want to go back to the Bible, and they are those who are always the naysayers, there are always going to be people who don't agree with anything that you do. I've learned that everybody will not be with you. I can't change the mindset of people, but I can change my action and don't allow them to deter my course. Listen, Elise, purpose is my chauffeur. And I sit comfortably in purpose and I allow it to take me to my destination. I am a strong believer, and I say this to every youth. If you fail to be yourself, there's no one available to be you.
Wow. Look here now. I'm going to come closer to that question later on. Excellent way to put it. Never heard it put that way. All right, I'm quoting you now. It says, I have a right as a Christian to express Christianity. In the same way, I have a right as a citizen to share views about social issues. My question to you is this: how important is it to you to be able to express your views about social issues while still be seen and respected as a Christian? Is that important?
Very. I prefer to die being me than to live being someone else. And that is no joke. If I can't be seen as an upstanding citizen and a man that respect and uphold my values and being a Christian, as we put it, a follower of the Most High, the Creator, God, Jesus, whoever you call him to be, then I think it doesn't make any sense. I supposed to be the voice we can get up. All right, let's put it this way. If, quote unquote, we are the righteous people, don't you think our voice should be more effective talking to those people who are in the higher or the upper echelon of society, because they should show more respect to us? So if I can't speak to the upper echelon, bringing the message from the lower level people, quote unquote, I don't call them Garrison, I call them Tropical Paradise. So if I can't speak my mind to those people and they respect the values that I have and say, oh, I'm one of them and I'm bring this, so I want to change, then I don't want to live. And that's the real truth, that if me, I go live every day and I go and do music because people feel like, say, I should do this, and I came out as a gospel artist, so I should always sing this because it made them feel good. But I am not bringing any solution. I am here and I'm not going further than here. I have a problem with that. I up ye mighty race, get up. I rather be one of the man who say, look here, I rather die on yonder's gallows than to be a slave if Bob Marley never get up and go Delaware and go wash plate and do something, we wouldn't have a man of the millennium. We'll never live to see this again. He did something that nobody else did.
Let me say this though, Prody. You are a religious man and your religion is Christianity.
Yeah.
But I have found that religious people oftentimes get trapped in a box because that is your religion and there are people who actually have talk over your religion and tell you how to manifest your godness. Do you find that, is it possible to be Christian in your outlook and in your belief, but still not be led by man? Because enough Christian led by them person, enough Christian led by the elders in the church. Do you think you can be Christian and revolutionary enough to be led by what the voice of the Almighty is telling you?
That's exactly what I am doing, and that's why I am getting this fight. Because I personally, let me hasten to say, I respect my pastor. Mm-hmm. I submit to his leadership that is in and within the Bible, mm-hmm. and within the concept of my belief. Mm-hmm. I respect the brethren and I respect the community. But at the end of the day, if my soul is saying no, then I can't go against that. So that is all I'm saying to the public. Listen, allow me to spend time and find myself with my master, mm-hmm. and enjoy the artistry, mm-hmm. enjoy the music as I help to lead your picnic them. Where you are saying you don't want to listen to certain people and you don't want people to tell them about them fear do all kind of rinses and all kind of something. So now I have a problem when you, even with society, when them say, yo, we don't want this, we don't want that, we don't want that. But when time the people them who are bring a positive message come, you still find a way to say, oh boy, I don't like the fact that what you really want.
All right, let me do this now. I am going to play a song, see? And it's one of your recent songs since you've been rebranded, yeah. Right? Let me play it. It's called Circle.
Prodigal,
I'm a general.
Prody.
I'm a general, yeah. Okay. The circus smile, give me same old links. Me no want no new friends at all. The circus smile, so me think from a smile. I me see 'em click, me call. The circus smile. I me see 'em all dog them. Circus smile. See 'em bad charge them. Circus smile. Where we growing at this same old yard with. Few links. Many social. In a me head, me a ear granny vocal. Enemies be close, but the closest are so called. Count me real friends and me fingers not total. None of me friend them no new like today. Me links them all like.
Okay, it is now 20 minutes. It is now 20 minutes. You say, well, I want to the old dog them that. It is now 20 minutes. It is now 20 minutes after 1 o'clock. The hour between 1 and 2 is brought to you by Heineken. Be a star with Heineken. Heineken, open your world. Now, let me talk about this song because I am sure I'm not the only one who want to talk about this song. It is catchy, dancehall beat, popular lyrics, totally mainstream, but bordering on gangster. No, me might know in your generation, but me know what bad charge mean. No, what's enough? Me might not be in your generation, but me know what old dog mean. Click, me very familiar with that. Good, right. So, my question to you now. How do you plan to monitor your rebranding that you don't lose yourself or seem to lose yourself to the external world and all that comes with it?
Well, it's simple, you know. Words and play on words, it's left to the mind. So let me explain. Mm-hmm. When I say I see him old dog them,
mm-hmm. I'm see him. When I do old dog them, I bust pure shot back at me.
I'm see him brethren them. You understand? And let one of these people or one of us who the last time I try to walk on water, I drop. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when I say old dog, I talk about my brethren them who we grow with. Mm-hmm. Because we need new friends, but me as a youth I still have my school friends. Mm-hmm. So when I say I see them bad charge them, it's not none of my friend them are not like gangsters or anything. It's just a phrase to me, it's a terminology. I'm see them, I'm a click, I'm see them click, I see them clan, I see them crew, I'm see them people. That's what I am referring to.
But how, let me ask you this now. How Elder Brown going to refer? No, I mean, you're going to play this in front of Elder Brown. You like
say,
it?
You know, say, I in church and your pastors are preach and say, this is my partner in crime. That is the next. That's the next preacher. So this is my partner in crime for how many years? Because they're referring to the fact that this is a pastor who, whatever you call it, to him do to the devil.
I find that to be a very unfortunate statement.
Yeah.
Because you see, because enough people feel like say Pastor Thief. No, I'm going to look here now. You know, say me now hold back. Heart, mind, and soul to soul this. You see me now go call myself or my virgin them anything where I go make it look like say me not right.
Yeah.
So you see if me a pastor, me now call my next pastor. You see if me a
But I don't think it mean nothing bad. It's just.
Yeah, but you have to use your words carefully, Bridget.
Yeah, true. The words are power.
Watch this now. Right after him say this is my partner in crime. That brother they walk around with this collection plate. No, me not depend on something there. Me not depend on something.
Ellie.
Buddy. Me not depend on something there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am just saying, see, that for the naysayers and for the people who are giving you a difficult time, it's as though you give them something to talk about with small circle.
All right. Let me tell you something, Elise. I've done over 10 albums.
Yeah.
From this EP, you have, I think, 7 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
This Safi, them people there, my brethren them. This song is just simply, it's self-explanatory. You have some people where them boss, them turn artists or them get promotion and them just forget about the people them what did run them. And then you have some of them, they only forget about the people them, but them carrying 100 million other people. And then me just I said to you, look here, you see your core group, keep your core group. And just make sure so them respect you and you respect them. Because friendship for me, and I just meet up, friendship is something where reciprocal.
So as a voice of the people, you have to talk the language of the people.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. We all, or we most, times the box has ready-made rules and regulations which serve as guidelines.
Yeah.
Me nah big up box, me bun box. But there are times when the box has guidelines that keep you straight.
Yeah.
When we step out of the box, we become wholly responsible for our actions and truly masters of our own destiny. Now that you have no labels, how do you think this will affect your, not just your practice as a Christian publicly, but how do you think the no labels Prody will now affect you personally in terms of your personal Christian morals?
All right. Look at it this way. If you have a bottle with water in it, it no matter what label they on it, the water is still the water.
See, Mr. Liar, come in.
It serves the same purpose. It quenches thirst. It replenish. It rehydrates. Simply. So me being Calvin Wilby, all the other, the brands, the brand that I represent, Prody, is in subjection to Calvin Wilby.
Okay.
So when I go my yard, my picnic them know say a daddy. There are certain guidelines. You'll never hear me do lewd, derogatory music because I am one of them people who believe say my music should be table music. Anybody if you pick up when me send a CD to you, you have to vet it to see if you can play it. I don't have no clean version and other version. I have one version of music. It's called good music. So my guidelines, as you said, will always be governed by the Creator, by Jesus. I praise God. And my God, if me I do something wrong, at least when you do something wrong, I step out of line, it nudge you.
You know.
You know.
Yeah, you do.
So that inner person will always be my guideline. And sometimes we need guideline from the people them too.
Yes.
So if you see me I do wrong,
yes,
say it, man.
I love that.
Me not want the people them shut up on social media.
What I love about that, and I believe you, is when you talk a while ago, I believe you. Because I also saw you with a video apologizing to your fans.
Yeah, my fans, them feel hurt. I think it's my responsibility as a public figure to say, okay, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. And me not apologize if me not mean it.
Right.
My music, as I said, is there for your perusal. The fans and the fans. My music, as I said, is there for your perusal. The fans and the fans who will come, and those who like me and who don't like me. When you go up on my social media, seem like how you talk bad, talk good. I don't have no problem with you expressing yourself. And I take your views and I see how I can apply them to my life.
Beautiful, beautiful. So Calvin will be actually guides Prody.
Definitely.
Let's take a break. Thank you very much. We're sitting here on Heart, Mind and Soul to Soul with the man who wanted to be a lawyer. And now we understand why. No, sir. Very outspoken, Prody. All right. I know that you have gotten and still getting some serious backlash from the Christian community. But how do you, Prody, honestly feel now within your soul? Do you feel afraid? Do you feel more powerful? Do you feel freer? Tell me how your soul feels now that you've made this decision.
I think I've transitioned from being afraid. Like any other human being, your emotions can run wild sometimes. So there are times when I still feel afraid, but then I know I'm doing the right thing. So I just say, you know what, Father, just guide me to this and that. I still hope that people will understand totally what I really mean. And I'm going to sit down here and say, oh, I'm in a business, I do care.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I have a repertoire, I have a catalog that a lot of people look up and still respect.
You built up fans, crazy fans.
I have millions of fans around the world.
Yeah.
And the truth is that a lot of them still support me because they understand that the music that I'm doing, I can do it on any stage. The whole idea was, listen, I'm going to do music that when I go on a stage, I can do it on any platform. No matter which platform, people can appreciate this music. And I don't want... all I said, was I don't want people to label me.
Yeah.
But emotionally, right now, I'm empowered. I'm empowered with the fact that I know that I'm on the right path. I know that I'm doing the right thing. And deep within my soul, I'm not stepped away from the core, which is the Most High God.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the day when I can see some youth out of the inner city and just people in general can walk up to me again and say, see the music you hear the youth, this make me do this. Mm-hmm. This make me other person here. Just like how enough youth walk up to me and say, yo, you save me. Mm-hmm. You save my life because me don't do this and me hear that song there and whatever. Them things they are really gratification to me. Let's not go on like we're stupid and I'm not going to be elusive and say, yeah, there's not some financial gratification that I'd love to get from it because if I'm tiling, then I expect to reap.
Absolutely.
But that is not at the forefront of my mind. At the forefront of my mind, I want to help to clean up this music. I want to help to have our music live longer. And I just want to put my contribution and leave it here as a legacy for people.
A quotation again from you. I want to be part of a change and part of the solution. Do you now feel after making such a bold move that you are closer to becoming part of the solution?
I definitely think so, unapologetically. I believe with all my heart, with the help of God and the support of the team that I have around me and the love of the people like it even more. Mm-hmm. You see, this airwave is frequency and people are listening. And from you get the word inside, that is all you need. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm closer to that. And I'll never stop fighting this revolution. It's righteous revolution. And I'll always be on the battlefield and doing what I'm doing because I'm a warrior for the Lord.
this interview has really opened up a whole different world for me. Because as brazen and bold and outspoken as you are, you're a very humble soul. And Prody is not the kind of guy that you thought would go on him Facebook page and say sorry. Because when you're out there, we don't know if the artist thing, but you don't know your flaws, the artist thing, but you don't know. But I'm very serious now. But the more I investigate who Calvin really is, I realize that Miss Alicia boy, man, a nice boy. So one thing I want to ask you, free up now, and is there anything that you'd want to say that we haven't spoken about? Talk to your fans, anything, just free up.
Personally, I want to say to all of the fans, well-wishers, I don't need permission, but I would appreciate the support.
Oh, God.
I'd appreciate for you to just give me a chance. Allow me to help to lead our nation's children, our youth them from there. It's too much of me youth them dead. And everybody just want thing there, though.
Mm-hmm. And you want to make a change.
I'm going to say, I try it. And I'm going to try to kill me.
Again?
Really, may I do this from my heart?
I know this. And, sometimes I'm very sorry that we don't have a television station or just being able to see our guests. I know that you're bold. I know that you're brave. But I know that you love people. And when you love people, this will happen. Being oneself, as we see off right now, is sometimes one of the biggest challenges that we face. It is not for the weak in spirit. Yeah. It is for the brave heart. You're brave heart. You're brave heart. You see, even because you cry, it tells me that you're a big man. And that the big man them do. You're not weakling. You're brave heart. Being oneself is not for weaklings. It is for the brave in heart, mind, and soul. Continue to be a brave and confident warrior on your journey of life.
Thanks, man. I know,
go ahead.
My son, I listen to me. I tell my son this every day. I just want to be a better man than me, And if I never get a number one song ever again in my life, the truth is, I feel like I accomplish what I want to accomplish. Mm-hmm. Because I stand up for what I really believe in. Mm-hmm. And that is it for me.
Yeah. Well, one thing I can tell you, say, Calvin very proud of Prody. But yeah, because Calvin are the man who insists on being who he is. Jah bless you upon your journey, brave heart. Bless you upon your journey, brave heart. And continue to do what the Most High tell you to do from within. Yeah. Jah bless you.
John losing it for the gospel. Them kill Paul, them crucify Christ. What you looking at? You really want to know what's cooking? Yo, let me tell them then. Me tell the heathen, them say below me. Tell the scribes and Pharisees one. Tell the heathen, them say below me. Me redeem from me dear Christ man. Tell the heathen, them say below me. Tell the scribes and Pharisees one. Tell the heathen, them say below me. Me redeem from me dear Christ man. When me on the attack again, warriors are come from front and back again. Standing firm on the solid rock again. Man a David so Goliath get drop again. Them shock again, but me no matter them. God fly the drop again. Them show flop again. From top again, cause me tell the heathen.
I got this one from one of my best friends. She says, Prodigal son, my heart cries with and for you. I feel it. She says, I love this heart, his mind, his soul. It's not hallucinating. I clear with him 100 that it is a decision as to what new choice he feels to do and those he feels he should not do. He's hedging and fearlessly the heart of that. Wow, it's not low self-esteem. His thing is sound deep. At the end of the day, to show respect, respect is due, and let your heart, value, and relationship guide you. However, in your rebranding, remember, greater is He that is in you than that is in the world. Elise, what I find to be a problem in this world society is that often people kill the messenger and completely miss the message. Who have ear to hear, make them hear.
From front and back again, standing firm on the solid rock again. Man a day big so that you get drop again. Them shock again.
I got this one from the family. Greetings, Mama Elise. Listening to today's edition of Soul to Soul with Prodigal reflects a poem entitled The Rose That Grew from the Concrete. Wow. Written by Tupac Shakur. Mama Prody's story is so identical to that story. We have never seen a rose that grew from a concrete. But truth be told, Prody rose from the low levels of life and fought his way through the concrete and is now blooming in the hearts and mind of the people. And as he rightly says, what he is doing is left up to him and his creator, because only he knows what's inside of us all. Mama, just tell him to continue to uplift and inspire the nation. The youth, them need the guidance, and the music really need to be cleaned up. One love, and give thanks for this interview. What you feel, my Christian sister? How you feel, Prim? If I were you, Prim, I'd come look on him too. I'd come look on him too. Mama, I have been intrigued from the beginning of this soul-to-soul connection of Prodigal. And it's one that must be dedicated to all grandmothers who have shown love and still live in the memories of the lives they have touched. Remember there's something, Prody. Me don't have time to take them only per email with the people that I send after you, But I can tell you one thing, a pure love. Hearing the high points and qualities of Nana took me to the love we need as a nation, and this is hungered for by our youth. Tribulation can be conquered, and Prodigal has proven that through his experience. Prodigal, the cross is no crosses, and cross are labels, stereotype, limitation, and boxes. Christ trod among killer, prostitute, and did not try to prove a point when he spoke to the scribes and Pharisees. Your life is yours, and the center and nucleus of Christ is not justified, but instead must be conscience and works performed. But embrace the mission in the manner that Christ did, and never try to fit in and become like the system. Real Prodigal, remember Christ. So real to me, real, so real to me. And I can tell you something, you see. Me stop right now, spirit, me go catch up in a prim. Remember, tell you, me say, if I allow them people, me catch up in a spirit.
Jerusalem and the gospel, them kill Paul, them crucify Christ. What you looking at? You really want to know what's cooking? Let me tell them then. Me tell you them.
Why me not understand what going on? Normally a man write a little one line and big up yourself, nice interview. What do you call a beer blank? You can't interview. Tell the people to give the youth a chance and make them grow. People expectations can be very limited. Sam Sharp was a deacon. Paul Bogo was a church deacon. But them explained that they got a revelation which forced them to adjust them thing and challenge the system. According to Christianity and the preachers of their day, they were not to fight back physically against enslavement. My brethren, I can tell you something. The people empower you in a youth. The people empower you. Hey, trust me, no man. He's who inside there. My little pretty girl. It's so come, darling. Yes, but where would Jamaica be if those plantation theologians did not wake up to the thing? And enslavement takes on many forms. Religious enslavement is one of the deepest forms of enslavement. Religion is a personal matter. What made reggae music a special music was it gave us the spiritual, which could have gotten in gospel, but gospel alone could not give us history, social analysis, commentary, culture. The people are too bright for me, Prodigal. Me can't manage them. So I go over to the nice pretty lady.